Yeah.
It's like
don't believe it.
there is Super Robot Wars Z series has Big O.
Okay.
There's like Z.
I'll literally
like
watch it
Heaven
because
Part
it went
and
so
Hell
far as
Part.
to Big
Just
O.
look up all attacks videos on YouTube, and then the rest of the day is gone. But like the Big O is in there, and it's interesting because like most of the robots can like fly, and the Big O, notably, unless you equip him with some special gear, cannot fly. So when the Big O wants to do a melee attack to like a flying, like a
bird type.
Yeah, or like a Gundam that's like from like 00 or something that's always flying.
Right.
He takes his like anchor and like launches that like grappling anchor, pulls them down, and then punches them. And that's how his melee still works.
Yes. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. We're talking about the inside of Brandon's brain. Sorry for the deal.
I'm a louse.
Hello.
I thought you were a Shiba Inu.
Showtime.
Yes.
We're sorry for the delay.
Yes, you in the name of God.
For my computer froze several times, and then Lobos just sort of like waggled his fingers at it, and now it works again.
He's a wizard.
So then we kicked him out.
Yeah. For being a witch.
Yeah.
I'm aware that this camera is askew. I'm gonna make Lobos fix it when he walks back into the room.
Because he does that apparently.
Yeah,
He'll crash if Brendan does it.
very likely. Jeff, welcome back.
Thanks.
How was your trip?
It's pretty good.
Did you see a bobcat?
Did not see very many animals.
Did you see snow?
I saw some snow.
That's great.
Did you see a normal house cat?
I saw several normal house cats and one extraordinary house cat.
What was the extraordinary house cat? What made it amazing?
Yes,
He's
please.
like 22 pounds.
Ooh, that's a lot of cat.
Yeah.
He is too much cat.
That is a... Did it do the thing where it like stood on you with its like...
No, he doesn't
Like-
want anything to do with anybody.
Oh, okay. Because as cats get bigger, they have like their
Garfield.
paws are the same size, so when they stand on you, they're just like spearing into your flesh.
I have
Size.
a friend named Jenny that I knew back in grad school who has a cat of similar proportions named Vladimir. He's just a big ball. He's just a great big round boy. And he's very old now, and so he's got joint pains, and he gets medicinal marijuana for his troubles. And basically, yes.
How do you choke up a cat?
So you can get it specifically for cats, it turns out. And you just give it to them in the same way that you give them catnip and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought you were like to a person, and you're just like,
No.
you just roll one up.
Here, kitty.
It's not-
No, I don't think the cat tokes, nor does it blaze.
Like,
It just
would you have to like
chomps.
breathe it in its face or something to try and like get it that secondary high?
I don't.
You hot box a cat?
That begs
Brendan,
the question.
why would you hot box a cat?
Is there like some
Who
sort of
in
a
their right
scientific
mind?
principle of a cat that is high or is not high at the same time, depending on whether or not you've opened the hot box yet? I just, real quick, quick family meeting. This is way better than the boss baby back and forth that we had last week.
So
This
glad
is
to hear.
so much. Oh, a Lobos 420 says. Lobos, are you watching our stream in the bathroom?
Please don't do that.
Oh boy. Brandon, what's your favorite getting high cat?
Is there like an XXX420 no scope underscore cat XXX?
I certainly wouldn't know. I don't watch Twitch. Who wants to catch Jeff up on what happened last week?
Well, it wasn't cats getting high.
Or was it?
Or was it?
It wasn't.
It was.
Who
Oh,
wants,
thank
who
God.
wants to get Jeff caught up?
Sure. Well,
Go.
last week, by the power of flashbacks, we flashed back to when we discovered.
God.
Oh, I had a
Oh, yeah.
great idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
Baron had a
And,
great
and
idea.
it was almost as good as this idea of getting cats high.
So to preface, as we were arriving back in Sharn, we were sort of talking about like, how are we going to control like the international incident fallout of this whole little escapade?
Yeah.
And that
God
turned
damn
into
it.
this brilliant little flashback that we had.
where we basically threw the bodies of the dead delegation into the engine to make them go poof in red mist.
So that there's
It was
no...
his idea.
Yeah, there's no evidence of what happened at all.
Alright.
And we just basically said that they helped fight off the elementals.
Well, I think originally what it was is I wanted to say that, like, remember how the fire elemental... you know how the fire elemental broke out?
I remember.
Well, I was going to say, no one else knows that the storm elemental was temporarily banished. We can claim that the storm elemental got out, and then all the paladins bravely died fighting with the storm elemental.
And
Which
they
then
all
led
bravely
to...
fell into the engine.
And then they were fighting it on top of the engine. And then when it went back into the engine,
I
whoops!
desperately hope in this incredibly high fantasy world that we're in that somebody's like, man, we should go into the engine room and scry and see what happens. And then it's just fucking images of you guys walking. They're like,
Well, if they decide to dive to the bottom of the ocean, I think they deserve that visual.
Yeah, the ship is at the bottom of the ocean now,
Yeah.
so good luck with it.
Oh.
We at least didn't let the 11-year-old do it.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
He tried.
I'm not sure that scrying lets you do that necessarily either.
It depends on which version of scrying it actually.
Yeah,
I was
very
using
high
it,
level.
using it as a verb, not as the fucking Dungeons and Dragons codified spells.
Well, please try to stay on
We're in a
brand.
specific world, Jeff, with specific rules.
I don't play magic users.
Well, they're not going to be speaking with the dead. That's
Yeah.
for
I really something that has always like astonished me out of particularly like old D&D adventures is the idea. Lobos, before you sit down, would you adjust that camera so that it's tilted a little bit towards Jeff?
Jeff
Yeah,
words.
please.
Yes, please. Just like the very yeah, that's the stuff.
Yay.
Just a bit more. That too much. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
No, don't touch it.
Ever.
Right. Now leave.
Lobos Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Ceiling.
Lobos, congratulations on your Mountain Dew endorsement.
Thank you.
After years of trying to get Naz's attention, I'm glad to see that you, of course, can get Mountain Dew's attention without even trying.
Of course. Wait, is this a real thing?
Yes.
I thought that was one of Brendan's lies.
Excuse me, I've never lied.
Signature Brendan lie.
There's another
Excuse me. Excuse me. Name one time that I've ever told a falsehood.
You just said you never lie.
All right, listen. I think that is a circuitous argument, sir. I think you need to add up a little bit more facts on the ledger, as it were.
Boss Baby is great.
You asked me for
Did I say it was great?
No, you said I had to
Yes.
watch
No,
it. And
I haven't even been. I wasn't here this time, but I know. It's not. It's great. It's Rachel. You should watch it.
Yes.
and I will
That
never
sounds-
forgive.
That's fine.
Oh, that.
Brandon, what's your favorite Brendan lie?
Ooh, I'd have to go back through time.
The catalog.
We're so bad.
I'm sure there are some.
Too many.
I get the feeling that
There was Brandon. You should get a job at King's Isle.
Oh!
I don't feel like that was a lie.
No, I
so
think
much
I was
as-
pretty forthcoming about like this place is hell, but it does have a paycheck attached.
There was that time you told us about that restaurant that you ate at.
I did
It
though.
turns out that you Googled it once and,
No.
San Francisco.
and made up what it might have tasted like.
Wow, that's big reason.
Oh.
It sounds like I know a lot more about this restaurant than you
To
do.
be fair, I did that for an
Yeah,
art museum.
I
trip
only
in
know
college
it from
once.
your lies. You at least visited their website.
Well, I rest my
Check their
case.
Twitter account.
Anyway, what else happened last time?
So in the process of returning, Maddie came clean about the fact that she's been having strange visions and strange visitations of divine power.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, she's crazy.
Why don't you give us a little more detail on that, Mads?
Sure. She came back and she mentioned that she seemed to be able to do things that were outside of her magical training. She mentioned that she was having trouble controlling her power completely. It seemed to be trying to get away from her. At the advice of
Sigurd.
everyone went up on the roof and she let it get out of control on purpose, which caused a unicorn to appear. The unicorn hung around briefly, was a little disgruntled that it had been summoned to attack a training dummy, and then it vanished. She also mentioned something about seeing apparently a vision from the Silver Flame creation myth just before all this started.
It was good. Ries visited his dad.
Oh yeah.
That went better than
Didn't get murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's seriously what better than expected.
Kept his eyebrows.
Are you still in the will?
Was he? I don't know about
I
that.
don't.
Was he
Still,
ever?
you're,
Yeah.
still is putting sort of a bar.
Yeah, that's like. Are you flashing back to put me in the role?
How much stress is that?
That's a lot of stress.
Ark puts some rocket boots on his feet.
That's the best.
Bare feet,
Nikes.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Light ups.
Oh, Air Jordans.
It's just
Air
they are my feet. Actually, is the thing.
Oh,
Is
Art-
it the shoes?
Removed their feet
Yes.
and put new feet on. Lynn found Spencer in a bar, and
he's not
He's
doing
not
too
doing
bad.
Oh
so
yeah.
well.
yeah. And then, through a mysterious set of circumstances, Farron and Maddie both wound up investigating the strange, duplicitous, tightly locked down warehouse down by the docks. Maddie spotted Farron. Farron did not spot Maddie.
Ninja.
Yeah, seriously.
Maddie had 3 kids with her too. One of whom tripped over a trash cannon.
I figured out why they kicked you out of the ninja clan. Spinning this tale about like, oh, I went on a mission that was too secret.
To be
I
fair,
was too good of a ninja, so that yeah, whatever.
the reason I was there was to get better at observation.
That's fair. He's trying to use Meanwhile, a small army of preschoolers tromps through the.
I learned how to read lips. It doesn't help in detecting children, though.
Let's pick up with that. Maddie, I believe you've dropped off your charges, as it were, and seemed like you were aiming back towards the sign of the Raven Skull.
Yeah, she had observed for a little bit and seen a series of signals. They're actually the same one signal, it seemed like, just being sent, like you said, every hour or so?
Yeah,
Okay, what time?
between that and a ship in the harbor.
Yeah, and what time of night is it now?
I think maybe it's like 10 in the evening.
10 in the evening, alright. And how far apart were the signals? About hourly?
About an hourly, yeah.
Alright. So Maddie shows up back at side of the Raven in our room.
Ix, have you returned from your gallivanting?
If
The hell?
if that would suit this scene, then
Sure.
we could say-
What state is Ix in as she
Real bad.
tromps back in?
In fact, if you allow it, I would say she probably did a stress
Yeah, absolutely.
while she was gone.
Sure. Just go ahead and roll that for me now, I think.
I don't know how dice it.
Overindulge.
I can't.
What are you at?
6.
Just randomly choose a number
Oh!
in your head.
Great.
Welcome to Team Maddie.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
So she's probably
Well, that's
spent-
perfect. You went on a binge and got nothing out
Yeah,
of it.
she probably spent all of like the last while just getting high, and getting drunk, and not even going to anywhere where there's a proper bed or anything. So she's just like, even for Ix, incredibly haggard when she just sort of drags her stuff back in. Like she like packed shit and took it with her, and then she just comes back and just drops her bag on the floor.
Beautiful. An innocent flower. An inspiration to us all. Maddie, you return to this sorry sight. I think most everyone is back unless they have somewhere else to be.
Lynn might be with Spencer right now.
Okay.
But she was gonna try and drop him off. He was gonna pass out.
Sure. What if maybe you realize you need a couple of things and you decide to drop by the hideout
Perfect.
to grab them?
So everyone's back?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Perfect.
Still, I'm sure.
Reese would be helping you, or just hanging out either
Just
way.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maddie comes in, looks around briefly, and says, "Hey, you're all here. Look, we got a job, and it's kind of short notice.
What's up?
Now,
We have to go now.
as soon as possible. I mean, I can tell you're a little. You all right? We got a job, and we got to leave now. You gonna be all right for it?
Oh, I ever been alright for a job?
You took care of yourself pretty well, considering.
Right. Yeah.
Lynn offers something for the blood.
So, what's the job?
Well, there's a warehouse where they're keeping some kids who they shouldn't be keeping. They're kidnapping them. Maybe to sell, maybe to... I don't know. Nothing good.
I'm in. Alright, let's go.
Well, I don't know much. I know where it's at, and I know that they're sending a signal out to a ship about every hour. So far as I could tell, it's the same signal. Probably some kind of, hey, everything's fine, stand by. I figure we gotta go in right after one of those, take out that so that we don't have any trouble from anyone on the ship, and then get it done with.
No idea who's behind it.
You'd rather not know. I mean, it's bad, folks. They've taken kids. Ain't that enough?
Yeah, but out of curiosity, who we're about to offend, it's not gonna stop us one way or the other. Yeah,
I suppose it's
for kids.
I mean, it seems like a good cause and all. What's the pay?
It doesn't pay. It's a group called the... She kind of frowns a little and speaks it quietly with tyrants.
The name sounds a little on the nose. Do we know anything about the tyrants?
Yes, they are one of the most noteworthy crime gangs here in Sharn. It's kind of the equivalent of here in that it's like the Triads or the Yakuza or something like that.
So, no pay, and we're gonna go piss off tyrants.
Only piss them off if they
Lynn grabs a wig.
We only piss them off if they know it's us.
That's true. Fair enough.
Who knows us right now?
Fair. Reese kind of poofs into a different appearance as well.
Did we find out who Joro's aligned with? Was it them or someone?
He is not aligned with them. He is aligned with Drask,
Okay.
Yeah.
which is another of the bigger ones.
Right.
Yes.
Look, I mean,
Just double check.
look, I mean, I know it don't pay nothing. I mean, we might
No.
find something in there.
Kids.
It might.
Yeah, let's go.
You all in?
Well, the group's up for it. I'm here to help.
Did you mention at all that it's the same place I was looking at?
She hasn't mentioned that yet, but actually, as she asked that question, she actually is looking at you.
I'll kind of puzzle it out, and it's like, and here I thought that I'd finally gone with Inspector Holm to some place that wasn't, directly tied to the rest of the group. It's like,
Sorry,
essentially-
Brandon.
Yeah, no. I love it.
Yeah.
Aaron is like, I'm trying to go do my own thing and sharpen my skills, and they keep pulling me back in. I'll essentially relay everything that I was able to observe about,
Of course.
the hobgoblins that I saw, going there. It's like apparently this, whatever's going on there is known outside of our group.
Were you two in on this? How do you know about this place?
Well, it was, kind of tagging along with law enforcement, as it were, to
Oh.
try and sharpen my observation skills.
One wonders why they're just looking at it.
Actually, do we know why they're just looking at it? Are they setting up something bigger?
They probably don't want to fuck with the tyrants. Come on. When
Fair.
does law enforcement ever have anything good for any of us?
Fair.
Fair enough. Well, you're all in.
What's the plan?
I don't know how much to help you.
We just gonna bust in, or we sneaking in, or?
Well, we know what we know. We know there's a signal being sent out every hour, some kind of standby, looks like. Going in right after that and putting a stop to the signal so the shit folk don't think anything's wrong seems like a good start, but if you're asking me if I know anything about the layout or exactly what we're gonna find in there, I don't. But I do worry if we don't do anything tonight, whoever's in there now ain't gonna be there. I mean, we can go there and try to scout it out and see what kind of entrances there are, that sort of thing, but that's all the information we'll probably get.
I can relay my findings on that as well, which wasn't it basically there's one main entrance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we want to?
Well, wait, there must be like a window or something that light's being shined out of, right?
There were slats up in the top, so
Slats.
it seemed as though someone had very deliberately sealed up where you would expect there to be like larger ports and stuff like that, and basically from out of just the gaps of there you could see where the lights were coming. But the actual light that was beaming out almost seemed to be like in a something like almost like a lamp that was set into the wall practically, so it was almost a portion of the wall as it was created.
And how big are we talking for these gaps the light was coming through?
You think that maybe you or Farron could squeak through, and probably Ix if someone was like,
This is pretty small.
yeah,
Probably the smallest person, actually.
I
maybe,
could try.
yeah. Art could try.
What about
You probably do some damage on your way through.
What about Cove, actually? How big is Cove relative?
Oh, Cove's
to
tiny.
Cub's pretty.
Cub's very small.
Okay.
He's a tiny, tiny boy.
About the size of that hat, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is this hat still here? I'm not a captain anymore.
Yeah, nor will you ever be.
Nor will I want to.
Oh, I wanted you to take it home. It was a gift.
Do we want to say Cub's
But you left
upgrades
it.
are done
I'm
yet?
sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
so it seems
Well,
like
actually, recently you made some upgrades to Cub and
Reese.
myself. Yeah, recently. Reese helped. Cub,
Everyone's left the room.
you guys already gone to do this?
Someone turned the light off.
I'm like talking to a wall. Art is just facing a wall.
well, I guess I figure that little
Cub.
Cove of yours.
Yeah, Cub's actually a little bit smarter now. Can fight in a scrap.
That's good to hear. So I was thinking the three of us could maybe take care of that light.
Yeah.
And the rest, I don't know how the rest of you get in. It's only one entrance in the ground. I mean, fighting your way in ain't exactly the.
These aren't exactly the trio of breachers that we're looking
Yeah, that's kind of my question. Do we want to breach or do we want to catch them when they move the kids?
I didn't think of that, but we don't necessarily know they're moving them tonight. I'm just worried they're moving them tonight.
We could try an intel gather to figure out what to do. But either way, that involves.
I mean, assuming they're not
Sneaking
moving
around.
them and not butchering them for beer.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not to say
I don't-
things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of different races in Sharn, and not all of them eat vegetables.
Now you're making me just want to bust in again. Maybe that ain't the bad approach.
Yeah, some will need oil.
We're like as a
No, none of them do. Call Sigurd from the lab.
Yeah. As a group, we're not really the best as a breach team. We usually do pretty well for intel gathering and, you know, disrupting people's games rather than, you know, breaking things.
Yeah, no, it's just don't feel like we got time, you know.
Yeah, fair. If you have a plan or if you have, we can see what we can do. I'm not going to be the best help in there, but.
Yeah, I know. It's just having in my mind thinking about what could happen if we wait.
Why don't I go in? And they'll probably grab me, but we've got sending stones. I can at least tell you what I see. Maybe you guys can bust me in.
Cub could come with you.
I mean, Cuff might be able to view through the slats. It sounds like they boarded this place up pretty well for getting in, but not for vision at high points. So if Cub's able to scout and report back what he sees about the layout,
That would certainly be a good start on things, I think.
if we can get an idea of the layout inside, we can get a couple of breach patterns. We can figure out places we can go without being seen, and set up. We might be able to extract without a fight. I mean, that's the dream.
Cub pulls out like a little bandana and like his eye stalks kind of like bend down a little bit, and he's like,
I gotta tell you, it's hard to imagine getting a lot of kids out of there without anyone noticing. Don't. I mean, if we can do it, we'll do it, but don't count on it.
How many kids are we talking?
Don't honestly know.
Also, good intel to gather.
Yeah.
You think Cub's up for that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Cub's a little bit stuffed, a little bit lighter than Cub used to be. Some modifications are made. Cub's intelligence doubled, by the way.
Oh.
From what Cub's used
From
to
like
be.
1
It's
to
still
2.
very low.
From 3 to 6.
Okay, that's
So, like,
he
that's
holds
a
up
jump.
like a beaker and a test tube.
I think
He's
Cub's,
got them
He eats them
upside down.
Cub's probably like 4th or 5th grade kid, like level intelligence now.
Smarter than Marcus.
So you
Oh
can
my
talk to
God.
the children on their level and help.
Exactly.
I guess.
Cub will play games with the kids. Yeah. And Cub can fight. It's more.
Well, we got at least a rough out of a plan until we have more information. That's probably the best we're gonna manage.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get there.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds like we're heading out, so Maddie will lead everyone there through city secrets, getting there as quickly as humanly possible.
Sounds good.
And trying to keep track of the time so she knows when the next signal probably is.
Sure. So I think maybe you took off right after 10 and getting back and heading to the hideout and coming back maybe took like an hour total. You guys didn't really dally about the hideout for very long. So I think maybe it's just around 11 o'clock when you return. And sure enough, just as you're looking out for the ship, you see a different pattern coming from the ship. Sort of a boom, 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 boom.
It's not the
And then
same.
start.
that's not the same pattern as before. Something's changed.
Do they have the equivalent of like Morse code in this universe?
They do,
That'd
and
be
you
something Ix would know from the military.
you would, and you immediately try to decipher it, but this doesn't match up.
Yeah.
It looks just like nonsense as far as that's concerned.
Thought they were using ship signals from the Navy, but it's not. It doesn't mean anything. It's just nonsense.
But it's a different signal than before. I'm sure of that. I remember it.
Similar to Army code, but not the same either.
Not any way we're going to be able to guess that, but it's different. That's the important thing.
Where are we positioned? Are we like up on a hill? And
So the cliff, if you look at the map, which is right
Under all of Bill's stuff.
No.
So
I own this map.
the neighborhood of Cliffside is literally like part of the cliffs leading down to the Sword River that passes by Sharn on the west side. So you're literally like you've come down through the enormous like SWTOR style elevators, moving down through the neighborhoods, and you're literally on like sort of a Blighttown style like platform looking down at the bottom level where there is this 3-story tall warehouse.
I try to fall to the next level, and then miss and fall and fall and then fall and die.
It works.
And I'll never get my soul back.
No.
So while we're all sort of hunkered up here,
It's pretty low frame rate though, so it takes a long time.
while we're all sort of hunkered up here, I'll look at Ries and be like, "Hey, Sunshine, before we do this, just want to say I'm sorry. It's my fault that you took track."
Your fault.
Yeah.
How so?
Stop. It's fine. Just concentrate on the mission, but sorry.
Well, if something's changed, that probably means either someone's coming from the ship here or someone's going from the warehouse there. Something's got to be different, right? I mean, why send the same signal if you're not going to change anything? Or rather, why send a different one if you're not going to change anything?
So I mean the kids are about to move. This could be to our benefit.
Well, they might know we're coming for some reason. I wouldn't think so, but we should be ready for anything.
I think it's more likely that you're getting ready to move or something's changed other than us. We should set up a view near the front door to see if they're coming out, and then at the same time have Cub do intel. Sound good?
Alright.
I like that.
So what has changed about how Cov can report back to you, Ark?
So, Cub still speaks the same, which is no one else can understand Cub but me.
Okay.
But there's no other, like, Cub doesn't have, like, a sending stone. Kind of cool to put one in. Anyway.
So it's like R2 basically.
Yeah, it's more like I can give Cub instructions.
Okay.
And Cub will try and, execute the best of Cub's ability, but Cub's gonna just use its own mind to try and do whatever it is I ask and then come back.
Right.
But he has a
But it's
lot
essentially like Lassie, like
Yeah.
oh,
Timmy's in the well!
Yeah, yes.
and is 50 feet down
Yeah.
and has an hour and a half left to live.
Yeah.
Better jump in.
Orc.
Yes.
So that makes you C-3PO?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
So we ought to maybe.
Yes.
I wonder how many approaches are there from like where the ship is generally to the warehouse? Like if you were
From where
taking
the
a
ship is.
Right, if you were taking a normal route from where the ship would probably come to
Oh.
land at, or where it would send a boat to land at, how many routes are there to where the warehouse?
Give me a perception check.
Alright. We'll study it carefully. That is a 20.
So, as a matter of fact, you don't notice any sloops or docks or anything like that that are relatively near or even in the general like security of this area. You'd think that if this was controlled by one of the crime lords, then it would have its own spot for smaller docks or smaller boats to come in. But actually, all of the docks are like outside of the fence. So actually, there doesn't appear to be a small spot for boats to come in from where the ship is.
Is it possible there's like an underground route?
It's very bad to have a base with only one entrance and exit.
It's true.
An underground escape would be pretty sensible.
I mean, how well connected are these tyrants? I mean, they be teleporting in and out? I mean,
If they're doing that, I mean, there ain't much we're going to be able to do about it.
If they're doing that, they probably wouldn't need to signal a ship, though.
Fair point.
They just teleport onto the ship.
So how close is the nearest dock other than being outside the fence?
20 feet.
Oh, so they're close by, just
Yeah,
not within
very.
the fence.
Maybe we ought to have someone watching down there too. So-
But case in point, both then and now, when you guys were observing before, this is literally like a dead end, and there's no like even nighttime traffic going through this area. People seem to be giving this place no time of day.
Is there any place where you could, like along the cliffside, where you could conceivably have like a hidden cave entrance that would go underground?
I mean, there's plenty of homes and other buildings that are like set into the side of the cliff. Think of it like Death Peak in Link to the Past, where it's like you're climbing up and there's caves that are inside.
Yeah.
There's definitely potential for caves in there, but you'd have to look all throughout the cliff.
Right. Yeah. I guess I was trying to figure out. Yeah. No. Oh, I guess is the warehouse touching the cliff?
It's not actually. It's
Okay.
just on the ground.
Would it be feasible for there to be an underground layer, or would you hit the ocean too fast?
I think that it's far enough out on the docks where it would hit the ocean, as a matter of fact.
Ah.
Or if not that, it would definitely hit wet sediment that would fill
Right.
in the hole.
So it's not. So it's actually not a major concern that there's a likely underground path from the warehouse to.
That we know of.
Not based on current information.
Yes. Okay.
Your rudimentary
Yes.
understanding of geology.
Well, here's the other question.
If the docks are only 20 feet away, are there any smaller, medium-sized like boats you could use for going out to a ship like that?
I mean, there's leftover dinghies in various states of repair all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I think
none-
usually that's what you do to get to a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But none of them seem like they've seen any use for at least a week or so.
Oh.
A lot of them are just like dry docked, covered in nets and stuff like that.
If we're close enough, then Ark's gonna be like, alright, Cope, going from above, be sneaky about it, see what you can find out there, and tell us if you see any kids or anything else, what the cargo is and what it is they're doing in there, and come back to us.
I
And
think
get a layout of
past
the
like
room
past
if
like the
possible.
third point, he pulls out like a notepad. That's like,
Yeah, if you can get a layout of the rooms, that'd be great. Like, can you draw maps?
6 int seems unlikely.
6 ants. I don't know if
I don't
would
think
get
you'd
enough.
You
understand.
can hold a pencil on this
You
little
wouldn't
picture.
understand scale or anything,
Yeah.
though.
Oh, you
Or straight lines.
Ark's like hands are almost like dagger like
he
that.
grabs his bandana and like
Alright.
Get a lay of the land, tell us what you see.
skitters down.
I guess.
Cub's got like muffled joints now. It's lighter, lightweight, quieter, and has stealth proficiency.
Yeah, we should split watching between
Yeah,
them.
as a matter of fact, you guys don't really have eyes on him once he descends from the platform. What are you guys doing in the meanwhile?
I'm gonna pose that is it possible that the ship is sending a thing towards land, a small boat that would be what the kids are gonna get on.
Possibly.
That's gonna be my guess, that we should watch out for that and keep eyes peeled in that direction.
Can we see anything on the water so far?
You can't, although it is quite dark.
I can't see anything in this.
Well, I can post up and help scout the entrance, the main entrance.
Yeah, we should split our eyes between the entrance and the docks. Make sure nothing comes that way.
So who's watching the entrance? Who's watching the docks?
What's the orientation of these things about the docks are further down? Is that right?
So if you're imagining you looking forward, the warehouse is like down and to your right. The docks are basically down and forward, and then like at 2 o'clock, 500 feet out is a ship.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go watch the docks. I've got dark vision up to 60 feet, which
Did you say that
is
in
not that
character?
far. It's not. no, but like that's
Give me
not,
give me your inspiration.
that's not very far in what
You're
you
a loose
call
cannon.
it. Like I'll just be like, hey, I can see fairly well out of the dark. I won't be able to see all the way out to sea. but-
Could you like phrase it in such a way that it's like, the darkness and I have an agreement, or something like that? Workshop that for next time. That's all I'm
Yeah,
getting at.
yeah.
Hicks will say, well, I'll stay up here.
Well acquainted.
Eyes on, since she also has dark vision.
Right.
Yeah. Well, watch the warehouse. I
Granted,
guess.
she wears sunglasses. I feel like she has dark vision up to 30 feet.
She also hasn't slept in like 48 hours.
Yeah, but she's really high, so. Oh.
Yeah.
It's all that meth, huh?
And she's like, I see something, I see something, I see something. No, I see something.
Oh God, the bats.
Cool.
Ark's just going, I can't see that far here. Not any better than any other one.
Well,
Lynn's lack of
Also, I
dark
know how
vision
to
has her
steal.
looking.
yes. Your signature move in a lot of ways. Y'all fan out and take up your positions, but things are relatively quiet.
While we're kind of sitting, and be like, so Maddie, how did you find out about this?
Remember the place I showed you before? O-Town?
Yeah, where you fence those horses.
No, the other place, the soup kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
One of the kids from there got taken.
Sorry.
Me too. Never seen that woman cry before. I don't want to see it again.
Well, with luck, we might be able to kill some of these bastards before we're done. If that makes you feel better.
It'd be a start.
Thanks a lot, crossbow.
After about 10 minutes, Ark Cove comes creeping up.
Fine, Cove.
Cove relates that the
I'm not part to the group.
Oh, I thought that was like a comma, like
I thought that was the sound being made while the letters were going in the text box.
yeah.
Oh my god, it won't stop.
that was really good, actually.
Thank you. I've been practicing for 20 years. Take that, Dad. Cove relates that the warehouse is obnoxiously loaded up with crates. Like it's almost like it's almost like it's a crate warehouse where they've just kept all the crates that they have that are just like waiting around.
That's pretty crazy.
And they're. Do you say that to Cove?
No.
Good.
Cub knows you thought it and just smacks you.
Logical fallacy detected.
So there's basically like a horseshoe shape. In say that even once. I dare you.
Horseshoe shaped.
God damn it, Maddie. That's loaded up with all these crates. And then in the center, there appears to be a pool of water that is just open to the ocean. That's flat against the wall that is adjacent to the harbor.
Alright.
There's no sign of the kids or indeed of a whole lot of other folks.
Did you spot anyone in there, Cub? Well, I mean, you know, really set.
There is, however, a sign that someone had been there. There's a lot of footprints left around in the dust.
They might have cleared it out.
Yeah, we need to get to that boat as fast as possible.
Or should we check the warehouse as well?
We should see.
I mean, if the kids aren't there, then
Yeah.
But we could maybe get plans that they were scheming, you know.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, why would there be water in the warehouse?
They have sounds like there might be like a direct way to the ocean from inside the warehouse, potentially. I don't know.
so is there a way that we would be able to imagine the warehouse had access to the ocean water?
Absolutely. It's flat up against the harbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, let's steal a boat.
Sounds like a plan.
My time has come.
One of these
I'm not actually a
unoccupied.
ninja. I'm a pirate.
The ultimate deception.
Oh my god.
I was alive in 1999.
Yeah.
Farron, take it away.
Well, I'll procure one of the nearby dinghies and get us ready to go.
Sorry.
It's pirate talk. You wouldn't
Avast,
understand.
avast ye mateys. Yeah.
Before you know it, Farron walks up carrying a boat over his head. Are you making for the ship?
Yeah, let's go to the ship.
Who's on oar duty?
Ark can help.
High and tired.
I'll
No.
oar.
Okay.
Nay.
2 is plenty.
But,
Yeah.
Put on your captain's hat and
I've
tell
had
them when to
enough.
row.
There you go.
Okay, who's navigating? It's very dark.
Cub.
Ix, you have dark vision.
Ix has dark vision. She can attempt to.
She's also very high.
She's super high and probably drunk and depressed.
I am gonna require a perception check from you with disadvantage.
That is totally acceptable.
Yep.
That's completely reasonable. It's like it's squinting through her
Ark and Farron give me athletics checks.
Lynn is a warrior, so she's also sort of looking out. Can I assist?
when you start to look for the navigating to the ship, we can't see it, I guess.
It's very dark.
Okay.
I mean, so you can see where the ship is, but it's not just a matter of like taking a straight line there. You have to navigate past like whatever the seafloor offers up. Otherwise, you'll run aground.
All right. Well, as you start looking, Maddie puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Keep calm. You got this." And you can you can add 1d4 to your check.
Oh, sweet. So, is
Lynn,
she
yes,
assisting?
you can attempt to assess.
Okay.
Okay, so that just means I get rid of my disadvantage. You don't have to roll it.
Oh, I don't have to roll? Okay. Because I rolled...
It would give me an advantage.
I
So.
rolled like a 23.
That is a 17.
17. Despite your dilapidated state, the urgency of the situation forces you to focus up. Ark and Farron, how did you do on your athletics checks?
20.
15.
Okay. You manage to fall into a pretty reasonable rhythm and begin to row out towards the ship. And sure enough, you're able to navigate with Lynn and Ix and somehow Maddie's help.
like this is X's job, and then like 8 people follow. Whoa!
Maddie just gave you a pat on the back. She didn't stick around after that. Didn't need
She
to.
left immediately.
Reese, give me a perception check.
17.
17. So you find yourself looking back at the way that you came, simply because everyone else is busy.
I'm not doing anything. I'm
Yeah, of course.
Whatever. It was fun.
But as you're looking back, you can see that there is almost sort of a small ripple coming from the warehouse, the back of the warehouse, towards your dinghy.
Guys, I think there's something coming towards us from over there.
Is there music playing?
It might
Is-
get an island better.
I mean,
Do
there
they
is
have
music.
torpedoes in this world? Like, are we about to...
Magical versions of everything. So.
There's not serpentine moving torpedoes.
Okay.
Although there should be.
So it's more likely a merman. Just rip up a sheet of paper and then...
Flip it to the next one. Oh, a kraken appeared.
Oh my god.
Yeah, one of those krakens.
So he's calling
That
attention back,
exists.
and I assume Ix is like she.
Yeah,
You're up front, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't go right away.
So Lynn's
Yeah.
gonna sort of turn around and look too, because that's what you... what could it be?
What do you mean? What could it be?
Like, what kind of
Could it
things are
be
likely to be
Satan?
chasing a boat in this world?
I mean, so the southern seas between here and Stormreach are rife with Sahagan raiders, which are like the Guillermo de Toro
Totoro.
fishman Totoros.
Am I gonna have to romance me a fish man?
He's not. He's
Okay.
full of teeth. Instead of looking like
God, that's
instead
not
of
my type.
instead of looking like Thane from Mass Effect, think like teeth from Mass Effect.
I hated that character.
Picture
Yeah.
him like the.
Is that one of the DLC companions?
No, it's one of the races that they keep mentioning, but then you only see like one NPC that has that model, and he's literally just teeth.
I always picture the fishmen from 70 of the Night, like the
I was gonna say Castlevania.
back in the very intro area. There were those like upper anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I do remember now. Yes,
Okay, so it's, we got a fish man.
that's
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
that's
okay.
fine.
possible.
Look, Ix has done worse in the course of this game.
What was his name?
How fast
I
does it
don't
come
wanna
up on
remember.
us?
Faster than you guys.
Faster than you.
How far are we from the boat now?
You're about halfway between the docks and the boat.
Okay, so we're not gonna make it.
Well, look, we gotta stop that thing.
If we were an initiative, you would expect maybe the thing to arrive in 2 rounds.
Okay, then that means it's probably close enough for me to try and put it to sleep. And I'm tempted to try and put it to sleep.
You know, if you put a shark,
To sleep,
it dies.
yes.
So keep that in mind before you try to fuck it.
Well, look.
This is.
I mean,
this
like
is not-
communally, like come to a group decision first.
I don't know where this game is going, but I was not planning.
I'm just saying, if
Shape of
Ix
water.
identifies that Lynn is casting sleep, Ix will be within her rights to like put a hand on your shoulder and say no.
Would this likely kill one of the fishermen? Okay, because Lynn wouldn't do it if she thought it would kill the
We
fisherman.
gotta,
The
take,
teeth
we
will-
gotta take it out, but we can't make any lights or anything that are gonna attract that any attention. to
Yeah,
the ship.
sleep doesn't really have a VFX, so shall I? So I should roll to sleep a fishman?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Roll to sleep.
I forgot what dice it is. I think it's 68?
It's something like that. I'll look.
68? That's
You
a
can
lot
also
of dice.
power it up
Yeah.
with a higher level spell slot, incidentally. It doesn't have to be what it started at. It is 5d8. You can power up 2d8 more if you use a second level spell slot.
I'll just do 5d8, I think.
What's the second level spell slot?
What is the range on sleep?
Oh, didn't look that up.
Either 60 or 120 feet, and I can probably
It's 90.
90.
Okay.
Oh, exactly between my two guesses.
So if this doesn't succeed, you'll have one more round before it arrives.
Okay. There's one. That's 14 plus 7.
21.
21?
That's how many hit points you sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Continues coming at you.
Well, I'm going to try again, and I'm going to use a higher
Although
level.
maybe a couple of trout come like...
Maddie looks like she's about ready to dive off the boat.
Okay, I'm going to use a higher level spell slot for it. I wanted to save these, but I won't. So this is going to be 78 at this point.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's 18 plus 3 more dice.
Yep.
Okay, 18 plus 14, 15.
33?
33. Still approaching.
If anything, it's coming at you faster.
Well, guys, I'm...
Reaped it in reverse.
Reese is gonna pull out a
Excellent.
card and fling it at it, and that's his new updated visual.
I was really hoping you were going to say, that's not a thing.
I'm just gonna try and play poker with it.
You just thought
I start
Gambit was
dealing.
really cool when he was a kid.
Yeah, man, no, but that's
Have you ever tried throwing a playing card?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Some people can do
You
it
know
super
what?
well.
I bet Lobos Jr. can do it.
Yeah,
with
don't
Absolutely.
I can't aim it, but it.
I bet he'd do it and it would just like embed itself in my skull. It's like,
You guys never did that when you were kids? You would learn to throw them?
I mean, I tried. They all went
Oh!
like fucking butterflies in Skyrim, unlike regular butterflies.
Anyways,
What are you doing? Are you
he's
blowing up the ocean?
Like before he throws it, he like blows on it, and it's like wispy and cold, and so that's like his ray of frost. So it's
Oh,
try and
excellent,
like
excellent.
freeze it or something,
Okay,
or
That's
freeze the
not-
water around it. Just
that's an attack roll, right?
oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
You have to do-
against the ocean, so I hit.
Well, let's see.
You have missed the ocean.
Throw straight up.
You know, I never do. Can I just stress that? Wait, can you stress that or no?
I think you
It's
can
a-
stress an attack roll.
Yeah, it's an attack roll. You can
I'm gonna
stress
do it because I never stress things. So
Beautiful.
stress, success,
Okay.
success.
Success.
And there's like,
Oh!
and it begins.
I mean, that's all we need, right?
I mean, it's just slowed, right?
Yeah.
It takes some damage
it
also.
is-
Give me some
it is
damage.
Slowed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
That's what we
Three.
need. We don't need to kill it.
Only
One,
like minus 10.
1 damage.
1 damage.
I
How
mean,
long
fairness,
is it
that's
slowed?
Until my turn comes back up again. So 6 seconds.
All right.
So we're just gonna kite it the whole way to the ship.
Well,
Hold on, is this a cantrip?
that's right. It is a
I
cantrip.
can just
Yeah.
spam this.
Just
I-
keep stressing.
Oh god, your visual effect is a little less cool when you have to do it 18 times before we get there.
Hopefully
I
they thought
just
to
love
make
the
one
idea
more
that he
animation.
stress brains himself to death throwing cards
Yeah, I
at
think
a
as-
merman.
as like
it's
this-
just, it's just like Metroid. It's like blip,
Yeah, it like
Oh my god.
We're also like, wow, it turns out throwing cards is really hard. Get stressed out.
I just have a bunch
Someone
of
give me a
paper
drink.
cuts.
The animation is like the duration of Knights of the Round. Just every time.
Oh my gosh.
so. Yeah, I think it gets like sort of a pale blue kind of shimmer, and sure enough, you guys start to pull away from it. So now you're another round away from it.
Look, we gotta deal with it before it gets in range to warm the ship. We can't just get to the ship and leave it here.
How far are we from the ship?
So if you continued rowing at this speed, I think you'd make it in like 7 turns.
Yeah. X is gonna call back. She's like, do you want me to come deal with that thing, or do we need to keep pushing forward?
Oh, you're probably most equipped to deal with it and at least drive it off.
Well, it depends on what it is.
It's a merman swimming at us at range.
When's a good time to mention I can't swim?
The ice begins to crack off.
He'll throw another one as soon as he can.
Fine.
Maddie will follow it up with a crossbow bolt.
Okay, give me an attack roll, both of you.
There we go.
Oh,
nice.
hell yeah.
21.
That will hit.
Or 23, actually.
That is
That
a
also
20.
will hit. That will also hit.
Oh my god.
8 damage.
8.
this time.
Wow.
Min
6
to
more.
max. That's what we call it, min-max.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
All right. After that, I think it. Yeah, I mean, you can see. You can't quite see what it is necessarily. You think it's about person-sized, but you can see that it definitely has like a bit of ice chunk stuck to its head at this point, and it dives down below the surface.
I'm sure we'll never see this again.
Yeah,
This is fine. Keep rowing.
it's dead.
And how many feet are we from the ship now?
How many feet are you from the ship?
That's a sort of
Whoa,
Whoa!
that you don't
Calm
want to tell
down.
Herbie.
I'm gonna say you're 225 feet from the ship.
All right. How far was it away when it dove under?
How far was
From us was it away?
the
merman.
from
From
your,
our boat.
From your boat.
I
Yes.
should be able to.
It was about 7 feet.
All right. Maddie will dive into the water after it.
Okay. I assume she's fully armored.
She has a swim speed. And
I believe
Yes,
you, but
okay,
she
yes.
is fully armored.
yeah,
Okay.
not fully. I mean, it's medium armor.
Yeah, but you're still wearing like.
Yeah,
How
but-
heavy is your armor?
But past experience has said she can swim in this. Thing.
No, I'm
Okay,
not
okay,
disputing
sorry,
that.
sorry.
It just
You're-
looks ridiculous.
Well, I mean, if that's the only point we're making, I guess sure.
Yes, that's the only point that I'm making. All right, Maddie dives into the water.
You can still hear the
She's-
splash and glance back and be like, please tell me she meant to do that.
I think so.
It
It, was,
I
it looked like a. It looked
She-
like a dive.
She did that thing where you like put your hands together as you go. So I think
I
that's.
I
Did she
don't
just go like
believe that she
this?
did.
I know, but
She
it's
can't
fine.
roll
Just like head.
Everyone, please roll initiative.
Plug your nose and
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like, oh, we lost it. And the hand crept on. Ah!
18.
Oh, 23.
Nice.
22.
Where's X?
Nice.
It's always the question. Did
you say 22, Brandon?
18.
18. Reese, what did you get?
16.
Art.
5.
Great. Maddie.
Oh my god.
8.
Yeah, we got like the one side and then the other.
I'm just busy, bro.
I'm also busy rolling. So.
Oh!
Oh.
Fishman.
Oh.
I guess we need to stop rowing now that someone's not on the.
Yeah, deuces, man.
Take
She's
care of
got a
that,
swim
Maddie.
speed. She
Yeah,
could probably outrun the
I
boat.
heard.
Oh man.
X, you're up.
Boat's
Oh, it's a,
really
wow.
it's a goldfish.
So, are we assuming at this point that the navigation is essentially stopped?
You're fine as far as navigation goes, yes. And
So
so long as your two rowers continue to row, you will continue to make progress.
cool. They're not my fucking problem. If I scan down into the water, can I get sight of Maddie or the frozen fish head?
How does dark vision work with water?
I mean, if the answer is no, that's fine.
I think that's fine. How far is your dark vision?
60.
Yes. Yes.
So I can see.
You can see Maddie about 5 feet down, and you.
Sure.
Curious choice. So what you can see,
No one else can tell.
you can see that something is like 20 feet like below her and is swimming up towards her. And what this looks like is it looks like a dude who is basically just sort of wearing a belt and cloths and chains and other such accoutrement. He's got sort of a top knot, but oddly out of the top knot is snakes. And also his arms are snakes.
Oh, it's that guy. Yeah.
Final Fantasy IV.
Yes.
I'm like, I was always mad. Like, look at his portrait matching start, and they won't let you do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, can I
Snakes.
get a shot at him with Medevra where she is?
Yes.
Okay. I will.
Shoot him in the snakes.
I'll sort of like lean to the side so that I'm not shooting straight down at Maddie, and then I'll shoot down into the aqua, that's the water,
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm going to use sharpshooters to boost my damage, so -5 to hit. And let's go ahead and take that shot.
Ooh.
That is a 24.
That hits.
I'm sorry, that is a 19. but
-5.
Because of the -5.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
I
still
know,
hits.
That still hits, I know.
Excuse me.
I know.
Maybe it wouldn't.
Maybe. Oh, it's 1d8. Thanks, Lobos, for being here.
You're welcome.
Well, the OBS wouldn't have worked without him, so yes.
That is 14. That is 24 magical damage.
God.
What?
It turns
So
to go the other
torpedoes
way.
do exist.
Yeah, I think there is like literally like, and like a shadow of a colossus fountain of black blood that spurts out of its side.
Yeah.
But it continues on its ascent.
Well, if there weren't sharks around, there will be now.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll use my cunning action to. I'm just basically gonna rock back behind the boat, just try to stealth from it.
Behind the boat?
Like behind the lip of the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, I dive off the other side.
Maybe.
I also can't swim.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've critically failed my stealth roll, so.
Very good, very good. Okay, I think what happens here is it will actually slow. So it comes to a stop. And so Farron and Ark are busy rowing still.
Yes.
Ries was looking out sort of at the back. Lynn, what were you doing as all this is going? You were trying to sleep it.
Yeah.
So I think
So
you-
I've been at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what it's going to do. It's going to slow down, and no one can really see this, but the snakes on its arms sort of whirl up and move in kind of a hypnotic pattern. And everyone that's not Ix or Ark needs to give me a Constitution saving throw as a wave of lethargy falls over you.
Everyone who's not Ix or Ark.
Excuse me, Ark or Farron.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know why that's not hitting me, but I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
wow.
is a 21.
You said a Constitution saving
I
throw,
did.
correct? Oh, good. My best stat.
Yeah.
9.
20.
7.
21. Okay. Ries, roll a die and tell me the results. It'll be different for evens versus odds.
70. Wait.
Okay, wait.
Wait. Well, this is only.
It's 7.
It's
Those
7.
are only even.
7.
Okay.
Gaming the system.
Okay. Ix and Ries fall asleep. Ries, you tumble backwards into the boat from where you were, spilling a couple of cards on the floor. Ix conveniently had already fallen prone, and so just like basically, yes.
Fuck it.
Maddie and Lynn, you managed to shake off this mysterious slumber that has come across you.
To be fair, you were tired.
It's probably good for her.
Baron.
So I'm aware that my friend just fell asleep.
I mean, Ix did just fall down and fall asleep in front of you, but that could be chalked up to a lot of different
That's
things.
fell asleep too, or no one would know.
Is
So-
Ries a snorer?
Only after he's been drinking,
Okay,
which he has not.
great.
Because I want to
Yeah.
keep rowing, but I'm wondering if like I can like try and like reach out and like nudge.
I really like that there's almost like a prisoner's dilemma thing here, where like you and Ark sort of need to both trust that you're both going to continue rowing. Otherwise, it's going to be very
Back
bad.
at the dog.
I think we just keep going in circles then.
That's fair.
But would it be possible
We
to
hit Maddie.
like reach out and try and like nudge Ix with like my foot to be like, come on, wake up?
Yeah, you can do that.
Like, you know, not like in the face or anything, but just in the
face.
side.
Why?
Yeah, so you,
Kick her
see,
in the
I don't
nose.
want to do damage.
so you can do that with a free action.
Okay, then I'll try and, you know, like wake her up while continuing to row.
It does not have an effect.
What I need to know about how you deal with magical sleep.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's where this is going. So I
Is
know
that how you
I
try
know
to-
exactly what I'm getting, which is an 8.
Ix appears to be asleep.
Point magic sure does make some people sleepy.
It's true. That is absolutely the case.
You know what I might do is I might turn to Lynn and be like, do you know what we do about this?
That's a very good question.
You have the spelling discs.
Lynn, it's your turn.
With an arcana of 19, what do I do to wake these people up?
They're gonna need to take some damage before they wake up.
Can you cast sleep but like inverted?
No, but I can prick a finger. Is it just like 1 or 2 damage will wake them up? Or does it have to, or could I like slap and it's not even...
You could deal non-lethal damage.
I'm going to slap X.
Okay.
Which is just...
Who hasn't one?
And like full mount,
Teeth come
just
out.
bam, bam, wake up! You
All
gotta
right.
shoot him!
Ix, you wake up to what you're pretty sure is like inexplicably Maddie, like beating the shit out of you. But more than the shock of like everything, the fact that Lynn can throw a hook like that is like.
Ix will spit out a bunch of blood that may or may not be as a result of your blood, like who knows?
And Lynn's gonna like roll off as Maddie moves, like not resist her getting up.
Okay.
Or X moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my turn, so I lay there.
It's not. It's Reese's turn though. You can give me another con save to try and wake up.
It's not gonna. Yeah, I've got
It's
these.
probably not gonna happen.
Negative all the time.
16.
Oh, you don't wake up.
Oh!
Maddie.
So how far down is our mermaid friend or merman friend?
Well, the merman is 30 feet down from you, but you can't see him.
At all?
You're underwater in the middle of the night.
And your boat is gone.
Yeah.
If you had a light source of some kind, perhaps
A
you might
light
be able
source
to.
that works underwater.
Yeah.
I light a torch.
If you had like a magical light.
Hold on.
Yeah, some sort of illusionist.
Yeah, only.
Oh, okay. I think I can manage that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Not
Oh
surprised.
no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
She will
Yes.
flick her
Seahorse.
wrist. She will flick her wrist, and her blade radiates light.
Well, you can see the dark figure, the much more snaked figure than you were expecting, a little further beneath you.
She
It is
grimaces.
bleeding.
She grimaces a little and dives down and stabs at it.
Okay.
That will be a 18.
That'll hit.
All right.
The light spells on
Light is a cantrip, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it takes 11 piercing damage.
Nice.
This is an action that includes an attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a weird attack cantrip. But anyway, as it hits, several little beams of light break off of it and are spinning around nearby in a vaguely threatening manner.
Okay. I like it. I like
Mines.
it.
Oh man, we had torpedoes, no
Do
mine.
we
Yeah.
see flashes of light in the water?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Ark, it's your turn.
Do I know how to wake up people who are sleeping? Probably not.
Splash water on him.
What's
Does a 7 work when an 8 didn't before?
Negative.
Bundled
No.
bundled up into a blanket and they'll wake up from the comfort.
Well, I mean, you did see by example what worked. I mean, you need
Come.
to check.
See if you could help down there, I guess.
Oh my god.
Cub does have a climb speed, move speed, and all that stuff. I don't know if that includes swimming, but...
I guess we'll find out.
I don't know any golems swim, but...
Well,
just
what
say-
more? Cub's like an octopus. Alright.
Goodbye, Cub.
And then...
Ix.
He's a squid now.
Ix will she'll stagger to her feet, and so looking down in the water, I can now there's light.
You can
shimmering
see
around
Maddie, no problem. Oh, okay.
So there's like
How does light work with dark vision? I can't remember.
I
Does
mean,
it cancel it out?
think it
no,
does anything.
I don't think it cancels it. I mean, there's nothing that says that.
That's dumb. It's like night vision.
It's not like my
like,
brain.
dang,
Yeah, it's
my
not like-
work eyes.
Yeah. No, it's...
she hisses and turns to stone.
I have special eyes.
My brand.
My vision is augmented. So I can see this swirling business going on.
You can see all this bullshit.
Yeah, I'll
Every bit of it.
just rack up another crossbow bolt and take a shot.
Beautiful.
How? I guess.
Also, Cub is down there.
I probably can't tell much detail-wise from this distance, though. Huh?
You can see, I mean, You've got a pretty good idea of where he's at. And
Well, my question is more what his condition is, but that's probably a pretty
No.
generous ask.
Yeah. I mean, given the light and like the fountain of blood, it is kind of blurry.
I'll go ahead and use sharpshooter to boost my damage.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
The only way to be sure.
That is a 11, which I assume is a miss.
It does miss.
Stress that to a hit.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's
Pretty good.
1 or 2.
That's 2.
That's
Yeah.
hacks. Yeah.
All right. Let's get the business. taken
Can like
care
Cov nudge it in
that is
like
It
in the-
ricochets off.
20 damage.
Beautiful.
Jeez.
Maddie, you
Ix
can,
has one specialty.
it's a good specialty.
Shooting people incredibly well.
Yeah.
She'll shoot him and then she'll like barf in the water.
Oh, gross. Maddie, you can see that this hits it in the clavicle and seems to open up another geyser. It seems really unhappy about all the blood. But yeah. I think it's gonna dive.
Oh, okay.
dive,
I
suck
think
on
it's
the
gonna
pipe.
All sorts of bad things are about to happen. This is good.
Yeah, so it's gonna try and dive away.
The instant it starts moving, the little needles of light stop moving and shoot all through it in
Beautiful.
each of its
I
directions.
love funnels.
Yes.
So it will take an additional 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then as soon as it gets 5 feet away,
Wait.
sorry.
I think that once that happens, it will.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I think it will actually stop as that happens.
Okay. Yeah, the needles are gone now. They went through and vanished.
Sure. But all the same, it's gonna like swivel around and sort of hold up its snakes.
It surrendered.
I get out 800 tiny handcuffs.
Finally, that Eldritch Horror Bounty Hunter is good for something.
Couple just wrap his arms around the stake.
It just sort of looks at you, waiting to see what happens next. Oh, but it's Farron's turn. Right now. Farron.
Bro.
I'm going to keep rowing.
Oh, this is a good point. I think the boat has moved a bit away from where Maddie and Snake Man are. So you're going to continue rowing?
Or actually, that is a good point because now Cov has jumped in, and we know Maddie has jumped in, and like I'll kind of I guess Ix, you're paying the close attention to what's going on underwater.
Ix literally she shot down in there and then puked over the edge of the
I'll tell you what, Farron. Why don't you give me a
After waking
perception
up.
check?
Yeah.
Ask her some questions, see how she responds.
Yeah. That's only a 10.
Okay.
Is that with your new +5?
That's passive, but I don't have that yet.
Oh, you don't have that yet.
Okay. You have no new additional information at this time.
Yeah, I'll look to Ix and be like, should we slow down? How's the fight going down there?
She says it's not my turn.
Lynn.
Ries.
Lynn is watching people peek over the edge. Reese is still asleep, right?
Yep.
Go get him.
You can just live. Ow!
Wake up!
Reese, you wake up. It's your turn.
This is all Lynn can do.
Hey, it's
is
Thank
what
goodness
you
they
guys-
brought you.
Yeah, no, seriously.
shit. That's just us getting 20 damage off on the thing.
Yeah.
I guess he'll get up kind of confused and observe surroundings, probably see. Well, I don't know if there's a light source anymore over there. Oh, no, it's.
I mean, there's one in the water, awkwardly enough.
Yeah.
And there's lights on the ship. Give me a perception check.
Okay. 14.
You can see with your sailor's eyes that the crew appear to be getting ready to weigh anchor.
On the main ship?
On the main ship, yes.
Oh.
You're still maybe 5 rounds away from it.
Okay. Does it seem like they've detected this at all?
It's difficult to say. No one is like pointing and like yelling about
So I
it.
see somebody like throwing an anchor over the side, or like there's anchors on the
pulling
side.
it
They're
back
like,
up,
Pulling it back up.
Yeah, so that's like pulling the
wait,
anchor back
okay.
up, lowering the jib, getting bow stuff ready.
Explain the sailing terms to the captain.
Please do.
So it doesn't necessarily look like they are paying attention to you, but definitely something has happened that is making them get ready to leave in a hurry.
Okay. All right. Well, then he'll just say, they're getting ready to leave. We need to get over there.
Okay, Maddie.
Insight check?
Sure.
This vague gesturing seems.
Turns out the snakefish doesn't want to die.
7.
What are you trying to discern?
Sincerity was the main idea.
I mean,
Snakes in the ears, universal sign of surrender, man.
fight or flight is a strictly animal kind of instinct. This thing seems at least to feel like whatever it is that it's fighting for, it's not worth dying for.
Is this like rolling over and showing the belly animal equivalent? Where it's like,
Well, he's not wearing a shirt.
oh, okay.
You can already see his abs.
They're very good abs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know how fish abs work.
He's more snaky.
I don't know snake abs either.
Snake abs.
All right.
Snakes are all
Snakes
abs.
are-
Oh my God.
They're literally just one big ab.
No!
All right, Maddie will roughly point back towards the shore and down, as if to tell it, trying to communicate where she wants it to go, and then she will move off towards the boat and the thing, but keeping an eye behind her as she goes.
Okay. The snake man begins swimming in the direction that you've indicated.
All right.
And he takes 25 damage from.
Yeah.
Note that it's really easy to see where he's gone because there's a thick cloud of blood following where he went.
Okay. Well, Maddie, keeping an eye on him, will double move
The
back
sharks
towards
will
the.
eat well tonight.
We'll double move back towards the boat and the ship.
Okay, you make it back to the side of the ship. I assume you grab Cov along the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he like accidentally?
If he doesn't seem to be
No,
able
no,
to
he was
move-
told help out down there,
Yeah, if he doesn't seem to.
and has an intelligence of 6. So he's wrestling with the mask and snorkel and gets.
She just kind of grabs him and goes back to the boat and
Yep.
pulls both of them back on.
Wait, both of them.
Oh, Cuz.
Snake man?
Right. Oh, both of Maddie
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Cov. Okay. All right. Everyone that is not made of snakes is back on the boat.
Oh, good.
What happened to the guy who was made of
They're weighing
snakes?
anchor. We gotta move.
Ark.
I'm moving.
Okay.
Can I double time it? Can I push
That's
hard?
yes, you can.
And shout out to Farron, let's push harder. I don't know.
6
Should I roll
seconds
again?
of this.
Athletics?
Ah, damn it.
Give me. You'll
not
have
that hard, but no. A little bit.
athletics with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Baron, you can only do this on your turn.
right.
Without the disadvantage, much better. I would maybe. How do you feel? How do you feel about your strength? Is your strength pretty good? Is it your athletics?
Well, we both have, like, if we're on either side of it, then we kind of, like, we would spin out.
For the kids.
Oh no, the camera is frozen.
Yeah.
Balls.
I
Yeah,
think if we
black.
try and fix it, we're gonna crash the stream.
I
again.
think you're probably right.
So I was like, we're just gonna.
Yeah, let's roll with it.
I'll stress it.
Cool. Alright, you stressed it.
Okay. So what was your? It's just a success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a 6.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's... Okay. Scroungy Cat suggests that the camera doesn't work, so this side of the table can't take your turns.
Oh.
Finally,
Well,
we
I
figured
said
out.
they were into the time stop spells.
Oh, I get it. Cool. Okay, well let's stop very briefly, and we'll restart it.
Try taking that risk.
Well,
If you're gonna do that, just try unplug and replug or something.
that's I'm sure that will work.
Okay.
And if it crashes, then it's just like restarting. Kind
It's true. All right, I'm gonna try and fix the camera. We'll be right back.
I have to be more explicit.
Hey, it worked!
Hooray!
Congratulations!
Woo!
All right.
People can see us again.
Yes. And more importantly, you can take your turns.
Oh, thank God.
So the turn is actually to Ix.
Man, there's not much I can do at this point.
Yeah, we can just fast forward between characters that are just passing.
Yeah, she'll just yell to him once Maddie's on board. She'll just be like, they're weighing anchor, so.
Okay. Farron, Are you also going to try and give it your all?
Let's see. Yes, I'm curious though if there's something I can use instead of just trying to roll with disadvantage.
Do you have any ninja powers?
Actually, kind of.
I've yet to see them.
Yeah.
Well, we've not been in an or situation.
So, I can use a key point to use the dash action and effectively move again a turn.
Okay. Tell me more.
In midair.
That's it. Like essentially, like the dash action is you double moving. Like right, like that's not a crazy thing. That's what they call it now.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
It's
true.
using your action for another movement.
So I can use a key point to get 3 moves instead.
I see.
He's trying to parlay this into some advantage on the check.
Yes, I think that's fair. You can use a key point to row super good.
Yeah.
So that's what you do?
Just like they did in ninja school.
Yeah.
Probably some obscure training that seems pointless and tedious and annoying
Like,
at the start.
oh, of course.
That's what Master Yu meant when he made me row all those times.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'll burn one of these points to go fast.
Lynn,
I can't really do much.
Reese.
Reese goes back to sleep.
I can do something again.
He's just like this.
All right, so if no one else has, Maddie, are you doing anything
No.
above and beyond this?
Well, when it rolls back to her.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, I guess Mark needs to go again before that. But
We can drop out of order. So what I'm going to say is that if you guys succeed on 2 more joint checks like that, I guess if you've got key points to spend, that's fine. Which means it's just all up to Bill.
nice.
Stress.
So my thinking is if Maddie swims faster than the boat moves, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
Oh.
It's a Herbie character.
So Ix is just gonna basically she's just gonna hang out near Maddie, and if it looks like the ship's gonna get away, she's just gonna hold on to Maddie, and the two of them can swim out and climb to the side of the boat.
Okay.
That's just if it looks like we're not gonna make it.
Are you
Okay.
telling Maddie this plan or just holding?
Yeah, I would communicate it to her, but I just wanted to make sure that it was clear to the GM what I was doing. So yeah, she'd just pull Maddie up to the front of the boat, and she'd basically just grab the back of your belt and be like, it doesn't look like they're gonna make it. Swim me up there, I'll help you deal with this.
Got it. I don't see any way this one's not going to be a fight at this point.
Yeah,
We're just going to have to hold it until the rest of them can climb up.
yeah. Good
Okay.
deal. She says, looking horrible.
Okay. Everyone that's not Farron and Art, give me a perception check.
These perception checks. Oh, I'm really not.
16.
11.
15. Critical failure. Ix is really sick right now.
Yeah, seriously. Maddie, you note that not only is the boat getting ready to leave, but some of the folks on the boats, not especially the most hospitable looking sorts, definitely have eyes on the boat and are watching your approach as they ready weapons.
What are they doing now? Why is the robot rowing?
Yeah.
That one's really
spice
sick.
traders. This is really weird.
Barf.
How high up are they?
They are 40 feet up.
Okay.
Maddie hisses. They've seen us. We've got weapons trained.
This is. She just into a snake.
She's been infected.
She got infected while she was down
Snake
there.
eye.
Arc.
We surrender so they'll arrest the
Arc
snake.
is gonna keep rowing hard.
All right, give me another check. Disadvantage.
A second thought. Can I tell what Farron did?
You can't use
You can't use P.
I can
Give me
give
a.
myself extra dash actions. Actually.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
Bill. Have better luck. How dare
about
you?
An 8.
This ninja is very mysterious.
His mystical ways baffle me.
Don't you mean pirate?
All right, then I'll roll.
Arc still thinks he's a ninja.
Oh, okay.
That's
Am I
just
still-
how good a pirate Farron is.
So it's still a disadvantage.
Yes.
Self-pirate.
That's not bad.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay. You two continue to catch up, assuming you're spending another key point.
I was worried about burning these, but it seems way safer than trying to just.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got to use it for take one for the team here.
All right.
My spells.
All right. As you approach a couple of the deckhands level their crossbows,
Uh-oh.
and a couple of bolts take flight.
I use magic cover.
I'm hiding behind Ark.
I assume Maddie has like a pocket turned inside out. Nyx just has it like grabbed. Ries, what's your AC?
Ooh,
12.
12. You take a bolt to the chest.
Damn.
Wow, that one's easy to hit, guys. Keep shooting.
He's just wearing a bathrobe. Loon, one goes flying over your head.
Ah!
I should have got
That was entirely out of character.
I know. It nearly takes your wig off. Is there anyone that's not rowing returning fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
What's the range?
40 feet. Wait, hang on. 40 feet up, 20 feet out. This is not a song. It's like 60 feet,
It's like
55
yeah,
and a half.
Yeah.
Pythagoras comes into.
Plus, we said at 400 feet.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're fine.
I love Rain, the anime.
Yes.
That's my dad's favorite anime.
Jesus.
That's a true statement.
13.
Ugh.
I'm not stressing that one.
Is anyone else throwing?
Oh, wait. I can.
Cub has a crossbow.
Yeah.
I can.
Return fire, Cove.
He sets himself on fire. Oh, those
Give me an
are
attack roll,
Yes.
you. Reese, what are you doing?
I can hit with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
21.
Oh,
There with the
shit.
crossbow.
Okay.
A card of frost.
It's like, stop calling it that.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't mess with occasion.
Ace of frost.
I've seen you just shoot rays for the past 3
Nice.
weeks. It's suddenly cards.
So
It's
this looks like an A-team scene where all of you are just like,
And then we just follow.
only everyone dies.
So Cub's arms like lock, like the tube like locks in place, and then like it opens up, and then the bolt shoots out,
Beautiful.
hits someone for 8 damage.
And 4 damage from Maddie's crossbow bolt.
Both the deckhands up top fall away from the rail.
Is there anybody else?
They're no.
Okay, I hit the ship.
That's the whole shit.
I hit whatever I hit.
You hit
I
and
hit
like
Maddie.
I think you hit and like I think you throw like a trio of these things and they hit like and make like an ice ladder leading up.
No, it's like a ramp. So we're just like.
Come
on, what the?
It's handicap accessible.
Thanks.
One of the ADA
Oh, man.
certified.
You wrap,
No other people are
you
visible
wrap
over
the
the thing.
boat up, so we just
Not
shoot.
up there, no.
Oh, nice.
Where else would they be visible?
So you can see signs of commotion further down the ship. You're facing the stern of it. Yes, excuse me, Reese.
Reese got shot in the chest for how much damage?
Oh!
6.
I mean, I'd take 0 damage.
I'm gonna
Thank you
just
for your
gonna
honesty.
glue that shut with my medkit.
Hey.
Just shoving Gosh to the top.
Where were you learning this medicine?
My chest.
Elmer's glue, just
It's a tried and true battlefield technique.
It's true is
you
the
literally they literally glue wounds shut. It's a
She
thing.
learned it from repairing Ark.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you.
I thought you said her
Oh.
parent arc.
Oh,
That was a
You
big.
can't
That's a
possibly
big
take full
reveal.
health back, so you're at full.
excellent.
I cannot medkit you again until you've had a short rest.
Okay, Reese goes to bed.
Let's start spending.
What are the hit die for rogues? I forgot to raise my
8.
8.
okay.
Remember, you can't roll lower than a 5.
That's a good one.
I don't know. It's up to
Well,
you.
this one's always
I
on
believe
a.
Loveless Junior can do no wrong.
Let's just all throw our d8s in.
So
Loveless-
You get half right there.
Just 5, yeah. It's as if you rolled a 5.
Okay, it's the final check to see if you guys can close the distance. Farron, are you spending a key point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust.
Art, do you want to give me another Arcana check to see if you
Yeah.
can
Yes,
decipher
I would love
the
to.
mystery of the?
That's
better.
much better. That's an 18.
I think that you're starting to put it together. Yes, you're
Okay.
realizing that if you use your abilities, you can do action.
I can do things smarter? Ark.
Cub eats another Bunsen burner. I meant to say beaker, but definitely said Bunsen burner.
That's
Nice.
close enough.
It inexplicably has a plug.
I did tell Cub to fire on the boat, so. Alright, then Ark's boots are gonna like flare out, and then Ark's gonna
Oh
Alright.
god. Oh,
Fly
he
in
just
the
puts himself
air.
at the back of the boat
Yeah.
and he fires and he rockets us up to the deck.
Wait.
Yes.
How does your rocket boots make you better rowing?
They give me
No one
extra-
else talk. I want to hear this.
They give me extra dash actions. Which
Okay.
was actually the logic.
Okay.
But then if you like this better, I can also
I'd like just
cast,
about anything
I can
better.
also cast the jump spell instead, so I could jump the oar faster.
You're gonna break that
And
one.
you
Yeah,
guys make fun of me for wanting to make Arcana checks on everything.
Okay, neither of those.
Never again.
Neither of those are viable solutions in like the world.
I'm rolling 2 dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to let you do it if you can justify it, but I'm not hearing a
Because
justification.
literally I only have the expeditious retreat spell and the jump spell.
Okay.
And disguise self, but that's okay.
You disguise yourself as a faster
Anyway,
rower.
Guys, yourself as
The
fair.
total was
Use his
10.
key points.
What?
Total was
10.
10.
That's not going to succeed at this check.
I'm not
The kids.
I'm not going to stress.
What's your stress at?
Do it.
Don't
Do it.
stress that.
I'm not going to
Farron, are
stress.
you spending a key point?
Well, if I spin it, does that mean we spin out? Or what? Like, am I retconning to not spend it in order to not have us spin out?
So if you exert extra effort and Arc does not, then yes, you will definitely change course.
Then I will restrain myself once I realize that he's,
I am going to say I need a perception check to notice that he's
Yes.
not succeeding at this.
Yes.
Because you guys have been really in sync
Oh,
for
yeah.
most of this.
Ooh, that is a total of 10.
That's not good enough.
So now do I have to... if I stress that, I can't stress anything else.
Yes! That's what a dungeon master wants to hear.
Yeah, it's getting pretty high over here.
Show
Keep
it
those.
Finally, the mechanic at play.
I even tried stress relief, but it didn't
How close are we to the ship now?
You
Yeah.
are...
Jeff, when you removed one, it looked like when you added 2 back,
20
it
feet
looked like
away.
5 and 2.
Okay, as
So
soon
it
as
should
this
be
is
at,
resolved,
6
Maddie's
on
got
7.
something.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Okay.
When you removed one earlier,
Yeah,
you
just
didn't.
one off.
Oh, it looked like you were trying to remove one.
Because
from
even
the,
if I
from under
even
the
if I
file.
recognize
no, no, I
this,
had
I
Okay.
basically would just keep us on course, but still not there in time.
Yes, although you'd begin to, like, side
We begin
swipe
turning
it.
instead of going.
Yeah.
We go broadside of the ship.
Which, I mean, you can
Fire
throw
the cannons.
ropes from where you're at to the ship or something, or jump off.
Yeah,
Oh, well, in that case, wouldn't I just not worry about it? If we're close enough to throw ropes, then why would I?
You just have to succeed at throwing ropes, that's all.
Throw that rope. Throw the
Yeah,
rope.
it's not a life and death kind of thing, necessarily.
I don't know if
It's not gonna, like, activate its engine and, like...
I don't know if getting closer increases the chances of us being able to get on.
Yeah, that's a noteworthy thing about the ship. This is not an elemental powered ship or anything like that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is a typical pirate, big
Yeah.
sails type
I guess
ship.
I'm just thinking like, would we have then would I have then? Yeah. I feel like I've already said that I'm using the point,
Sure.
and I don't feel like I would stress to not. I feel like I'm stressing to flash back to a thing that I'm not sure I would have needed to do if I know.
Yes,
the
that's a very
situation.
good point, yes.
And
So,
that whole situation, like, I don't know.
so I think the most logical way to conclude, as much as it sucks, is that you spend the point.
Yeah.
Arc's strength gives out, or they tried to activate one of their rocket boots and like got off kilter, and then like tried to turn it off really quick once they realized that it wasn't going to work, and that just sort of led to a little bit of chaos where all of a sudden the boat is like coming at it sideways now.
Okay.
And
Maddie.
as soon as the boat even starts to change direction or slow down a little bit, she immediately leaps in the water and starts swimming towards the ship, kicking its...
holding on their belts.
Yes.
Making dolphin
Okay.
noises the entire way.
I'm going to need an athletics check for dragging X along with you.
Okay.
She's very light. She just barfed, so.
You've got a lot of like bags and
Baggage.
buckles.
Is that what you were gonna say?
The emotional weight is pretty heavy.
I meant like pouches and stuff.
That is a
She
14.
does have a ton of gear.
I think that's fine. Yes.
Crossbow's heavy.
Lynn,
She has a bunch of
yes.
shit.
Oh, so it's 20 to the ship, right?
Yes.
Then double moving as soon as we get to the ship, Maddie will climb up just below the railing.
Okay.
She doesn't have her hands like hanging over in chopping range, or like she's like 5 feet below. Let's
Yeah,
say.
sure.
What-
Just like Assassin's Creed, like
Quick question.
dangling.
How tall? Like, is this a big bow?
Yeah, it's very big. It's 40
40
feet up to
Okay, so
the
it is
top
40
deck.
feet up. Okay.
Yeah. So like, just looking at it, you can visualize that there's probably like 3 decks inside the ship in addition to the top deck.
What's the normal jump height? Out of curiosity.
For like
Not
a
anywhere
person.
near 40.
No, got
I still want to know.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
do this again.
Reese and Lynn, what are y'all doing?
Lynn is going to be trying to grab a grappling hook that Farron inevitably had
Yes.
and made ready for use. And so while he's rowing and dealing with stuff,
Any boat that Farron lifts has at least 7 grappling hooks
hooks,
inside
yeah.
of it.
So she's going to grab one. I don't know what I'm doing.
Cool. Give me an athletics check.
I guess so.
If you
Yeah.
can justify something else, I'll take it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cry in literally every.
Persuade.
Oh, performance of somebody who knows how to throw. Like, she was in a play when she was a kid where there were these pirates and stuff, and they had to throw the little kid grappling hooks, and she like channels back to her performative nature. I am reaching so damn hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll athletics.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have
That's
inspiration
gonna
right
be
now?
16.
Do you have inspiration?
No, I do not.
Okay, then I can't take it away from you.
Oh,
16?
16.
Okay, you managed to hook it on, but not on the top rail. You're like around one of the rope hooks that's like maybe like 2/3 the way up.
Okay.
Reese?
We'll also try and do a grapple hook. Grappling
Okay.
hook, if
Oh my
available.
god.
He's proven adept.
I did all right.
He's proven adept at throwing things so far.
It's true.
I think you can.
Tie it to one of your cards.
He's also taken some good naps.
That's true. Nice.
Good.
Did you say acrobatics?
Athletics.
He did not say acrobatics.
That's
I've never said.
Did you say
It's
arcana?
a 15.
15 is fine. I think you managed to get one about the same height as
The
Lynn.
same hook.
No, that'd be stupid. Ark, have you learned about jumping?
I have. The question is, can I do a high jump with 10 feet of running room? Is it 10 feet of running
In a boat?
How long is the boat?
Well,
The boat is easily 10 feet,
Oh,
yes.
In
Any
that
boat
case-
that Farron absconds with is at least 10 feet for purposes of high jumping.
Is everyone looking like they're trying to get up there? Is anyone?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was in the.
Farron's still in the boat.
I was in the book zone. What's the progress in getting hooks and stuff and ropes?
So far, so good.
We're most of the way up.
Okay.
Farron, I assume you're going to try and climb up.
All right. Ark's gonna be like, I'm gonna help clear the way up top, and then Ark's just gonna, back up,
Yeah, you know, as you do.
run to the edge of the boat, and all of a sudden, out of Ark's back, a little booster appears, and Ark jumps on top of the boat.
Lynn loses her eyebrows as a booster goes off in her face.
I cast the jump spell, and it gives me triple my jump, which is strength times.
You arrive on the top of the ship, and a number of piratey-looking individuals are flummoxed at your arrival.
Do you do the superhero landing?
Do the superhero landing.
It's like, I just fall through the deck. Next level. No, I land on top, tap co, we're like, let's clear the way for our friends. And then we'll just take the defensive stance.
Okay. Okay, let's roll initiative again, I think.
I really hope this is the wrong boat.
Yeah.
We could
It's
kill
just a
someone,
traitor.
so hope not. We murdered
We
somebody.
have not murdered anyone yet.
Just a merchant.
They took
No,
like
no,
6
you
damage
get-
and they fell over. Like they didn't.
Yeah.
They're unconscious in the water. I
They're
know where that's
probably
leading.
fine.
Well, no, they didn't fall. They fell back, not
Oh,
forward.
that,
They
okay.
fell on the
They
boat.
fell, I believe
Yeah.
fell into the water.
They fell on the
Oh,
boat.
okay.
No, they ducked behind cover after they got shot in the face. Non-lethally
Yeah, non-lethal crossbow bolts.
to the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, we have those.
Reese.
I'm last.
What's oh. I was
Last
like,
Reese. Ark.
15.
Maddie.
20.
Ix.
13.
Farron.
16.
Lynn.
6. I was gonna say, don't think you're last. I rolled pretty bad.
It's a natural one.
Ooh.
This one rolls well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's rolling well.
Maddie, you're up
Yeah,
first.
all right.
Alright, you'll clear the last 5 feet to get over the railing.
Okay.
What's the scene up there?
There are 5 pirates in front of you.
Like, how close?
None within melee range, but all of them within 30 feet.
Should we assume that it's like once they climbed up, it's
Yes.
just hanging on the edge of the boat,
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
still being dragged behind?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
So
making sure.
she
She's
can
just like
finish her
limp
move
with
and be
whole
close
leg
enough to
off.
hit one?
Yeah.
Alright, she will finish her move, draw her sword, and thrust it, the first one she can get to.
Okay.
With a glowing sword, I might add. That is a 24. and
24.
to hit.
Okay. That will hit.
It takes some
I hope
damage.
so. If not, we're running.
Takes 5 piercing, and the familiar needles of light surround it.
It's so all of these pirates are various like east races and such. There are gnolls. There are a couple of minotaurs. There's even a thrycreen up here.
Ah.
And this
Took a
particular
little hop over from Dark Sun.
whoa, Zor, I didn't see you there.
Although the pirates, baby hands come out of them.
Ah!
We are now fighting like 8 different Thygrids.
You didn't recognize me because of this. And he rips his own arms off. Oh, Zor, there you are.
Why do we go somewhere?
I'm Brendan. I was part of that game.
No, I'm in our
Oh, the characters in
Characters.
this.
I imagine that all of these games just have people like in the clouds, like looking down. No, that's bad. That's dumb and stupid. Forget that I said those words.
Too late.
All right, you dealt damage to a gnoll. Ark, it's your turn.
Well, I will follow suit, so we'll come. Ark will first swing at the nearest pirate.
Oh!
Natural 20. Let's see.
Is this a quarterstaff attack? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
quarterstaff. I'm gonna assume that we still confirm.
No.
No.
Why do I
What is
always
that?
forget the rules for this? Because I didn't do much attack.
Couldn't tell you.
Alright. Anyway, I get
2d8.
things. Sorry, my dice are all screwed up.
Thunderwave. Why are you looking at Thunderwave?
Oh no, that's not good.
Well, the good news is that it would have been even lower if you hadn't critically.
I deal 6 damage.
Yeah.
Got him in the funny bone.
Let's just say it's 1 point short of my minimum.
I think so you're facing off against this Minotaur, and you deal him like a mighty jab in the nose, and he's just like, ah!
How would you do that?
Oh, it's not so bad, but oh, ooh,
But then,
Yeah.
Super damage.
then let's see what Cove does. Oh, Cove also hits, though. Unless a 21 doesn't hit.
that does hit.
Cove's gonna hit for 7 damage. Slashing.
Ah! Ugh. Oh, I didn't realize that thing could do that. Farron.
Okay. Well, I still need to get up there, don't I?
Yes.
Alright, let's see it, Ninja.
Yeah.
This is the one thing you should be able to do.
And you have not historically.
Yeah. I guess I'll just join the grappling hook crew.
Yeah.
That's athletics.
Please get it all the way up.
Please, God.
Please. I mean, it's all up to this guy right here. Unfortunately. So here comes a die roll.
Not bad.
It's like a 12
I think that's fine.
athletics.
Yeah. You make it up to the railing.
Yeah. My movement, I have more movement speed than most, I guess, if that matters. I
You
like,
have, it's 40?
yeah.
Yeah, I think you could flip over the railing and
Okay.
move to a man's.
Alright.
Perhaps a bug man's.
Is that,
Cut his arms off with their
I
weakness.
was about to say, is that on this turn?
Yeah.
And go
Yeah, it's only so the top railing is 40, but the main railing is like 30. So
Alright. So can I attack now, or is that everything for this turn?
if you have a movement of 40, I'm saying you can move
Yeah.
to a man
Okay.
and take an action.
Sorry, just clarifying.
No, you're fine.
I'm good at paying attention. Alright, so I will attack with the short sword. I will attempt now to embody the spirit of the 90s and flip out and kick all of their heads off. That's a
Fall off the boat.
So I just want to say these are new die as
I think
well.
what you were really looking for was a frisbee.
Yes.
But we'll get to that later.
Wow.
So if that was a critical failure, then I think what you get to do is what we
roll
do.
the critical
The
failure.
critical failure
Ugh.
chart. Give me
Man,
another
it's
D.
just so cool in concept.
Same. Take it away. Showtime.
Is it D20?
It is a D20.
5.
5. So they haven't finished swabbing up here, and I think you're a little off kilter. You're gonna have disadvantage on your next attack.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay. The pirates are gonna go. Let's see what this bug man. This bug is. He seems really pleased with himself, at least as far as a bug can seem. He has awkwardly, like, these two arms are holding a net, and these two are holding a trident.
A bug gladiator.
Yes. Finally, I've always wanted to try this. He throws the net at you.
Oh no.
What's your AC?
16.
It flies past you.
And hits Maddie.
It does not.
I'm gonna guess I slip on the deck and it flies over me. And like get back up.
He's. That was an important part of the combination, but.
Only net that I have.
Well.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And then jabs with the trident anyway.
Is the bug adjacent to Maddie?
No.
Okay.
He does even worse than the trident stab. He seems badly put out by his
Slipping
lack of
in.
success. Maddie, you have the knoll in front of you. He'll try and slash you with a scimitar. What's your AC?
17.
That will succeed.
Alright.
You take 6 points of slashing damage.
And as that hits, she basically screams "fuck off" at it, and he bursts into flame. He needs to make a DC 13 Dex save.
You tried to attack a pretty character.
Success!
What were you thinking?
Success. All right.
Yep.
Let me roll the damage. Still.
Naturally.
Of
And
course.
this will be a wild magic check afterwards.
Yes!
So there is
Oh,
goodness.
I love.
He will take 5 fire damage, and then a
I
wild.
believe you mean 5 points of.
Yes, and then the wild magic check will occur. On a 1, we get a fun result.
No.
That is not a 1.
The unicorn appears in the boat with us. No.
This is a new score, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay. We got a couple more boys. There's a Minotaur fighting Ark. What's your AC?
16.
That, likewise, he is just really out of shape about his nose. These pirates are not great. I think one more will close to slash at Maddie. That one will also hit with a scimitar.
Okay. He does not burst into flame.
Good, great. You take 7
Cub
points.
is also a target.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
I don't think any of them have quite registered that Cub is a target just yet, but another one will move up to Farron and just throw a punch. What's your AC again?
16 still.
That will not hit. Ix.
Okay, Ix will clamber over the railing. So there are 5 pirate boys here.
There's 5 engaged with combat. You can see that there are others elsewhere on the deck. They still have orders to, like, weigh anchor. There's probably a lot more beneath the deck.
Okay, so my question is, like, popping up and seeing how she sees it now. These boys haven't been especially intimidating yet, but, like, are we hypothetically dealing with overwhelming numbers here, or?
It's the kind of ship that you'd expect, like, 80 people to run properly.
Okay, so we might be, we might have just jumped right into them.
I don't know, though. If they're all as bad as these 5,
Yeah,
then you might be
seriously.
fine.
I think Lynn could take one of these people out.
I'm waiting to see it. I can't wait.
Ix will, like, she'll roll over the rail, like, roll and, like, flop onto the deck, you know?
Flop a couple times like a fish.
She'll take a quick scan of the area and just see, a couple of people beating up on a few people with more pirates in the background.
One of them is on fire.
Why?
She's gonna
The fire is silver.
She's gonna dig a star-shaped pill out of her bag and ingest it.
Okay.
Oh god.
What that does.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's the
You're
one.
gonna have to tell me.
Okay.
She's experimenting with drugs in the middle of this fight. She's like, I hear the star-shaped kind will get you real fucked up.
I mean, Ries took a nap, so this isn't the most irresponsible thing I've seen happen.
She's gonna take it and then intend to engage, but
Oh dear
We'll
God.
see. We'll see if we get there.
Oh man, this is very good. Is
I
the
mean,
thing.
I fumbled against my ancient nemesis, so.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So you've been in a bad state.
She's so bad.
There's been a lot of vignetting on your vision and more than a little bit of blurriness, and you don't especially love the sea, and you're a little bit sick. And
blood decals and FPSs.
Right,
She has a
right,
few of those
yeah,
just
yeah.
permanently
What a
right now.
screen, so
you're also really wrestling with this feeling of man, I'm good at one thing and I fucked it up, and I wasn't even a big enough fuck up for Ries to even really understand what it is that I was
Fucking up and fucking up.
It's Ries.
I should probably just throw myself in the ocean at this point. There's a lot going on at this point. And once this thing goes down the gullet, your vision clears, and it takes on almost like a sepia, maybe even like a golden kind of tone. And everything is just a little bit slower, and everything's just a little quieter. And you can pretty much move regular-like. You're under the effects of the haste spell. Until further notice.
Okay.
You have the rest of your turn.
The rest of the campaign.
You can.
Fill me in, Hurdy.
You get an extra action. You can use it to make one attack, regardless of how many attacks you normally make with an action. Your movement speed is 30 higher than it normally would be.
Plus 2 AC.
I'll look that up when
It
it's
might be
relevant. The
plus
stuff,
dex AC.
Yeah, the stuff relevant to your turn, I believe, is mainly that you can make another attack. You have another action that you can use for various things, like making another attack.
Does taking the pill count as my first action? Or?
No, that's a free action.
Okay.
You can do drugs whenever you want.
You also
Waiters don't do drugs,
yeah, you have
kids.
plus 2
Well, you
AC.
must actually
It's
do
plus
that,
2
yeah.
AC and advantage on dex saves, and the action can be used for attack one weapon, attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Although, to be fair, I medicate because I have anxiety and depression, and it's great.
Notably, when it wears off, you will lose an entire turn from the wave of lethargy. But
That's given to me by
Worst
the
shit's
doctor.
Yeah,
happened.
seriously.
On
this boat ride.
You don't go
Talk to
down
a
to a creepy
psychiatrist.
warlock who cuts apart
Thanks
the
for watching my
stars
stream.
to take your mental pills.
Yeah, I love it.
Alright, I mean, but with the way American healthcare is going, maybe one day.
Oh boy.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Hicks is gonna shoot the man's that's on fire.
Yeah.
She's already damaged.
Yes.
She's gonna take a shot.
Yes.
That is a 15.
That will hit.
Does he stop screaming?
Yes.
No.
We'll see.
you lose
No.
louder or
So
less.
I will say that you take a shot and it connects, but as the bolt is flying through the air, it looks less like this thing is like a guy that's on fire, and it looks more like a fire elemental as
He is going to take another magic damage.
Okay.
Good, if he's a no-no.
That's very good, yes. He falls over and the blaze continues to burn, but it is inert.
So Ixel, she'll from the outside she rolls and sort of plops onto the deck, and then she snaps up and is like, bang, bang. She's gonna shoot over towards the other one that's on Arc.
Okay.
I'm gonna use sharpshooter for this one.
Beautiful.
Arc hit this dude barely.
No, Minotaur got hit twice, didn't he?
Bully.
Oh.
Not barely.
Oh.
Minotaurs are part
Yeah,
of
he got hit twice for
Oh, yeah,
13
well, what's
total.
Yeah, he's taken 11 damage so far.
Okay, so he's actually not super.
13. He's taken 13
Yeah,
damage.
there's
Okay,
so
so
far.
I'll go ahead and do a normal shot. Then.
Yep.
That
Oh.
is gonna hit. That's a 24.
Yep.
And 5 damage.
Okay. Still on his feet.
Cutting action on myself.
Nice.
Jump off the ship.
18.
I think probably you flip back over the railing. Beautiful. Okay, pirate time. So wait. No, that's not true. It's Lynn time.
Ah.
Sorry, I reversed the order, like in Flux. Great
Oh,
card game.
God.
No, it's not.
No.
Kids, more important than not doing drugs, don't play Flux.
It's really not that good of a
No.
game.
It's not good.
Everyone
It
raved
doesn't.
about it. There were like 50 expansions, and people started buying all of them. I don't understand. I'm gonna cast. Lynn's gonna cast Sanctuary on herself, and when she does this, she pulls out a little hat with like the red cross
Oh
marker
no!
on it, and she sort of
Mercy
like puts it
on call.
on, and she starts climbing up the ship, and she I guess can make it to the top of the thing and sort of survey out.
Yeah.
And she sees a guy with arrows and fire.
You climb past Ix.
Yeah. Oh
It's like
boy.
Breathing.
Oh boy.
Something's happening over there. Just don't worry about it. Blood pouring down her chin.
I don't know how to treat whatever the fuck that is. I'm gonna
Go
climb
to school.
Yeah.
Stab it.
So go over on the top of the ship. What I'd like to do is, do I see how to drop anchor again?
So the answer is no. You are not on the proper side of the ship to drop anchor.
Can I see where the steering wheel is?
Yes, you can. So to clarify, you're on the stern. You up on
I
the fourth.
don't know.
You're on the butt of the ship.
Okay. I know butts.
Arc and the Minotaur are up near where the steering wheel is. The anchor is up at the nose of the ship.
Okay.
You know, nose.
The nose.
The nose.
I'm gonna make my way towards
The
the
nose.
anchor.
Okay.
That's awfully
And
close.
on my way, I'm gonna see if there's any.
So just to be sure, there are more pirates in that direction.
That's a lot.
Like you're
of
gonna hit a
pirates.
loading screen and load another area, and there's more pirates. Which you can go over there.
I'm gonna delay going over there, and instead I'm gonna look for ropes tied to sails that has like activated the sails, and I want to
Okay.
cut rigging.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
And 11.
You take a knife to a couple of these things, but they just seem to flop around. You're not quite sure.
I'm helping.
There's
I'm
a
helping.
lot of ropes.
There's a lot of
They're
ropes.
called sheets on a ship.
I thought the sheets were the sails because they
Nope.
look like sheets.
Yeah.
You would think that.
You'd think that.
Those are dumb for dummies.
Lynn says as much as she's just cutting random ropes.
Reese, it's your turn.
I suppose I'll climb up my grappling hook
Yep.
rope.
You make it to the top.
So there's dudes nearby fighting
Yep.
us, and then there's dudes like how much farther away? I guess how long the ship is.
So the ship is maybe like 120 feet.
Yes.
And the nearest ones on deck are maybe another 40 feet away.
Okay.
Who aren't actively engaged with you, but definitely seem aware. Also, there are like openings to the lower decks that are nearby.
Okay.
Spawn hallways, as it were.
I guess. Do I have any more movement left, or is it all?
Yeah, you've got maybe 10, 15 feet.
I'll move in the direction of wherever I can start heading below.
Okay.
But then turn and like take a shot at one of the nearby, whoever the nearest dude is.
Sure, maybe one of the ones on Farron.
Sure.
Okay.
And I'll just shoot another card of frost.
Yeah.
Use my card of frost.
It served you well.
Oh, that's right. I would,
Thunder Wave!
Look, I could run in the middle of all those dudes with Thunder Wave, but then they
Yes!
just kill me.
He doesn't have
You
to.
gotta
Is that
just
better?
drop the PB AoE in the middle of as many mobs as you can.
Wouldn't
But
Thunder Wave-
it's on me. so
Wouldn't it make the ship start going forward?
He doesn't
Does it
have
fill
two.
the sails?
He doesn't
I
have two
don't know.
planes on tap. He only has islands.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. 2 damage. Jump off.
Oh,
Cold out here tonight.
Surely.
It's like, I don't know why I'm making that noise.
Polo.
I'm a bug.
Maddie.
So who's left nearby? Is anyone left adjacent to her?
Yes, there's another knoll near you.
I killed it when you
All right, she will.
you had a rough time of it. But
Yeah.
She will stab at the one in front of her.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. What's happening on your end?
She will
You gotta
stab.
smite
That's
now.
why-
It's
Yeah,
the
she
rule.
She
It's
has
the
to
rule.
now. She will indeed. She pulled back.
Paladins are so fucking cool.
As she pulled back to strike this one, her blade started glowing that shimmering white that it's picked up since the incident, but it flares brightly as she stabs forward.
Excellent.
I will roll damage. That seems like a good thing to do.
Yes, please.
I need lots of. So
Now, does smiting make something automatically happen?
it's automatically happening.
The surge?
There will be a wild magic surge
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay.
Oh boy.
The piercing
Yeah.
does 18 piercing,
18 is very high.
and then the smite will do another 9 radiant.
Did you double your?
Oh, I did not double
Yeah,
my
that's
smite.
the whole point.
Well, 3. So 8, 7, and 3.
Can this be when you like stab into them and it explodes out the back?
So-
way
Oh,
bigger than
absolutely,
the-
absolutely.
That's what radiant damage just kind of
There's
flares
a lot
white.
of people are gonna die on this ship.
Beautiful.
God, I hope this is the right
So
ship.
did he give? Like, did he just explode?
Oh, absolutely.
He's irrecoverably dead.
Listen,
There are
if-
2 dead people.
This is the
Definitively
thing. This
dead
is the
dudes.
thing when like Vegeta punches someone in the chest.
Oh.
And you
it
see the
explodes
fist out the
the
other
back.
end.
No, like it's the energy that explodes out the back from the
However, I
smite.
do have to make a wild magic surge check.
there's never a camera around when you really need one.
So far, no surge.
I am going to force one,
Yeah,
as is
God,
my right.
I figured.
As president.
Shit is
Yeah.
gonna
Wait,
get real
what?
wild on this
Alright,
ship.
I'm not going to spend 1 to prevent it, so I will go ahead and roll.
Excellent.
But I do know what it does and potentially block it for 2 after rolling.
That's not fun.
The result is 71. What's that look like?
71 is a good one. It's the resistance one.
Taken.
Okay. What does this look like for everyone?
Would it be out of line for it to be the thing from the vision? Literally a silver snake wrapping itself
No, that's
around.
great. Absolutely.
Alright.
Oh, Lynn
Someone-
immediately recognizes exactly
She
what's
does.
going on.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
so a silver snake appears just out of thin air above Maddie.
So
With,
now, because you are more cognizant of your senses, you can see that it is indeed a winged snake.
it is a winged feathered snake, right?
Yes.
The winged feather snake kind of wraps itself around Maddie, and in a brilliant flash of light, vanishes, and her armor is now full plate, silver scale armor. That's
It's like a
shiny.
FF9 limit break, basically.
Yeah.
You have resistance to all damage for 1 minute.
You know how Daffy Duck will like yell and like swing his fist like super
I
angry
do.
about a situation? That's what Lynn is doing right now when she sees the Quetzalcoatl
Well-
rap thing.
Well, Maddie can do a lot of damage, so I'd be careful about who you pick a fight with.
Virtually unkillable, even for a Herbie character.
Oh.
She pulls back her blade and just kind of does a flick with it and looks towards the next pirate, looking very angry.
If only I had my net. Arc!
I will continue to engage the Minotaur. No, I won't.
Oh my god!
Bubble
love it.
chart. 18, pretty good,
That's
That's
the
not-
yeah. That's
right?
It's the less than bad.
I mean, pretty good for the bad chart.
You take a swing and hit one of his horns, and the reverb makes you drop your weapon.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then Cub is gonna. Same with the slash didn't do as much. Cub's gonna actually take a few steps back and
Okay.
and hit.
we just have Cub in our
Yeah, seriously.
I assume
Cub pats his back and Arc comes out.
25 hits, so. Oh, God, my rolls suck.
Oh man, I had never realized, but the Art Cove dynamic is also a very good Banjo-Kazooie reference.
Oh, right.
I start hovering. I do 5 piercing damage.
You?
Well, Cub.
Yeah. That's right.
See, that was how that would have actually succeeded for the like the dash action is like Cub's like you lean back and Cub's feet touch the ground and so.
Excellent. Fair, it's your turn.
All right.
There's a bug in front of you.
I'm bug fighting. I'm at disadvantage on this one.
Oh god,
So-
poor Baron.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He'll have his day.
So everybody else is
Two 20s.
doing
Come
the,
on.
the coolest things imaginable. I'm like, whoa.
Well,
whoa.
I mean,
Drunken master.
Arc's not doing great on his end.
Yeah.
If only I'd studied that particular style of monkey. Okay, that's not good, but it's not. I haven't fallen on my face again. That's an 11.
That does not hit.
All right, I'm gonna punch him instead.
Ha! Mantis style.
So let's go punching. That's still like a 12.
Ha!
So we're both just like.
But he has more arms.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's ready.
yeah. He's punching you the entire time.
Beautiful.
Is there? No, don't worry about that.
So Ries behind you, the doors crash open.
Oh no.
Yes,
keep going, keep
please.
going. No, I think that's I'm trying to remember what kind of action shifting is.
Shifting?
Yeah.
You mean disengage?
No.
No.
Shift.
Turning into his
Oh,
box form.
He means turning into the beast.
Shiva Inu?
That's right. No, I don't remember that.
There's Shiva inside.
I feel really bad for giving him a better dog form and then taking it away.
Everyone is so mad that he's just not that way all the time. We're just waiting for like the thing.
Can I swap move for bonus, or is bonus only? Do
Bonus
I only
is
get
bonus only.
Okay.
Bonus is bonus
No,
only.
I already used my bonus to punch.
Okay.
So
Oop,
no.
that was more drastic than I
Alright, no
intended.
problem.
Whoop.
Right.
Okay,
So I can't do that yet.
Ries, behind you, the doors open, and marching out are maybe a half dozen more pirates, surrounding a tall figure with a enormous tricorn hat.
Must be the captain.
He definitely has like a
That's not. Yeah.
a captainly type swagger to him,
They're supposed to have swagger.
but he also has strange green scaly skin and a flat nose, and in his arms a small child and a dagger.
Thunderwave.
Oh.
And he barks out, "Cease this! The kid gets it." And we'll pick up with that next week.
Ah!
Good game.
Good game.
Game.
Thank you all. Thank you so much for dealing with the struggles of technology as things went forward. Thank you very much to Bill Kirkman for providing us with a new camera, which hopefully will solve some of it. If it doesn't, we can return it.
Yeah.
And, you know, buy milkshakes.
Yeah. Camera milkshakes.
Camera milkshakes. I think that's a different website than the one that we stream on.
Oh no.
Oh no. Thank you all for watching once again. Tune in again next week, where we will hopefully stream on time here on Twitch.tv. Thank you so much. Have a good night. This goes on YouTube. I'm going to have to figure out a way to merge the two videos.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Four.
More.